सोराला जीवाना
Krishnaya Namah Krishnaya Namah Krishnaya Namah Dhyana Kuri Ase Rihi Ke Khobaka Mone Ke Khobaka Mone Shankar Ruparihi Dekhi Hridayata Itu Kuna Buli Bhoila Vismaya Manata Shankar Ruparihi Dekhi Hridayata Itu Kuna Buli Bhoila Vismaya Manata Nirmala Photika Mana Harira Dhavala Vikata Pingala Jata Bijuli Ujjala Tini Sokhu Dakha Bhuja Gale Munda Mala Kutitate Prakashak Raya Bagha Sala He Dhanu Hara Okhi Sarma Orufu Kopala Trikula Damboru Kore Ase Okhamala He Vibhuti Bhukhita Deha Harpe Alankara Bhoilahi Vidita Dekante Samatkara
Dhagitini tini dhagitini ting krak Hatau hatatau takitini tini takitini ting krak Hatau hatatau dhagitini tini dhagitini ting krak Takitini tini takitini ting krak Dhagitini tini dhagitini ting krak Takitini tini takitini ting krak Dhagitini tini dhagitini tini tini Dhagitini tini dhagitini tini tini Takita dina tatta takita kita takitau Dina dina nita dina deni dau Dhair dinak hey
Tolukara Guru Ahi অনন্ত মূৰ ঠাই কৰিলা প্ৰণাম দুইকো দুনাই দুনাই পদ্যৰ্ঘ ধূপ দীপ পুষ্প উপহাৰ অৰ্চিলন্ত দুইকো প্ৰিয় বাক্যে বাৰম্বাৰ তুমি পূৰ্ণ কাম প্ৰভু মই অকিঞ্চন আদেশিও আৱে কিবা সাধু প্ৰয়োজন নমো নমো শংকৰ নিৰ্গুণ গতি দাতা সতৰ যত মতিনি গুণ অধিষ্ঠাতা নমো নমো শিৱ শম্ভু পৱ ভয় হাৰি হুয়ুক প্ৰসন্ন ফুল ধাৰি ত্ৰিপুৰাৰি ৰাম হুয়ুক প্ৰসন্ন ফুল ধাৰি ত্ৰিপুৰাৰি
Dinak dene kitak dinak dene tau tata kititak dinak dene kitak dinak dene kitak dinak dene tau tata kititak dinak dene tau tata kititak tatak dinak dene tau tata kititak dinak dene tau tata kititak tatak dinak dene tau tata kititak dinak dene tatak dinak dene tatak dinak dene tatak dinak dei
হাকিয়া বুলন্তৰিহি লোৱাই স্তবৰ এ জানবৰ দাতা আমি তিনিও ঈশ্বৰ একে মূৰ্তি জানা ব্ৰহ্মা বিষ্ণু ত্ৰিনয়ন নুহিকে বিফল শাকদৰ ফল একান্ত ভকত যিটো তিনিটো আমাত তাকেহে প্ৰণামে দেৱ সমস্ত সাক্ষাৎ মুত মাধৱ তনু মাতৃ নাহি ভেদ ব্ৰহ্মময় মূৰ্তিকে চিন্তে বিচ্ছেদ হে মুত মাধৱ তনু মাতৃ নাহি ভেদ ব্ৰহ্মময় মূৰ্তিকে চিন্তে বিচ্ছেদ কৰ্ণ ভৰি ঋষিতাক কৰিলন্ত পান কৰ্ণ ভৰি ঋষিতাক কৰিলন্ত পান
Krita ghana tang griha tang tonu tonu jang jang jonu jonu jang krita ghana tang griha tang tonu tonu jang jang jonu jonu jang titi niti torik titi niti torik titi tang bhorti hey hit.
A companionship that fills our heart and consents to stream out our inmost thoughts unwaveringly is a Sakhi. In this strange yet so familiar world, everyone is so close yet so far away. Then who is a Sakhi? The emotional bond with this companion emerging from the innate corner of mind and heart sometimes erases every border and worldly construct of time and space, presence and absence. Keshava is present yet absent, and in his absence I feel his presence. O Sakhi, as he steps far away to some distant miles, my presence is filled with the essence of his beauty in every aspect of nature.
Sole kano birinda bone boyana san deroho
absence resounds with every pulse. My solitude becomes a trusted confidant. We spend hours traveling across spaces that engulf a never-imagined scape of a familiar presence and compassion to my surrounding. Especially in a time where distance has come to the fore, the dialogue with the formidable presence of my walls in the room, the window which emancipates me towards the sky of freedom and many lands, the trees that keep on evolving with the seasonal change lead to a channelization of emotion and invigorating motion. The presence of the Sakhi is overwhelming and inspiring, like the magnificent river, the Brahmaputra, bringing in a turbulent emotional current of the deepest secrets, yet holding and receiving this inner movement in its calmest disposition. O Sakhi, Keshava's flute brings in the timeless and eternal moments of love, where I grow with his radiant smile overshadowing every materialistic brilliance. It's music that perhaps exists within us, liberating from physical bondage. This Sakhi is a celebration of Sakhitva that remains as a principal element of Navadha Bhakti and inspires this Pateka for companionship and a compassionate bond to every element of nature and its surrounding. And to narrate a story of Keshava to that Sakhi is a journey of emotion in motion. Moving through a story of the past, this dancing body reveals and explores many contemporary lanes and reaches out to many through a story that is personal, emoted through the eyes of many. O Sakhi, would I be a Virahini in Keshava's absence? How do I live without him? But can we hold our loved ones? Let my love be like you, a Nirantara Vriksha, the eternal tree of mind that will evolve, grow, reaching out to minds of many, to a liberating skyline of love and hope, narrating a story of mine that has lived many bodies.
It was a mesmerizing dance performance by Dr. Anwesa Mahanta, and I'm sure that the audience have been carried away by rhythm and music. Audience can kindly note that they can send further questions through the chat box and our technical team would unmute if there is any raising hand symbol. I heartily welcome Dr. Anwesa Mahanta ji. We have a lot of queries over here and we would like to put a few across you, ma'am. Ma'am, at what age did you start your journey and what made you choose this dance form?
First and foremost, namaskar to everyone and warm greetings to all of you from Assam. And I hope in this strange time, everyone is keeping safe and well. I really thank SPIC MACAY, all the team members of SPIC MACAY for making me a part of Rendezvous series. And I feel indeed blessed that I could be a part of this series, which is dedicated to such legendary masters. So once again, to all the team members of SPIC MACAY, thank you so much. So, how did I start my dance journey? It takes me back to my childhood days. I belong to a Vaishnavite monastery, Hotro, and the name of my Hotro is Hautkusi Hotro. So, dance, music, theater is practiced as a ritual. So, in fact, in the concert itself, in the first slide, you have seen a small note on Hotriya dance where it's been mentioned that it's still practiced as a ritual. So, my first introduction to this art form has been as a form of ritual. And to be honest, I was drawn by the magic of the, magic and power of performance because I had seen the theatrical form, Onkya Nat, and also, Bhavna, a variant of Nat itself by some of the residents, some of the people who are associated with the Hotra institution. And I was so drawn by the power of performance. Actually, when I had seen the villagers, practicing, doing the rehearsals, we call it as akhara. So in the Namghar, and in the day hours, they are farmers, but in the evening, that same person is altogether, in a different incarnation through an embodiment of a character. So I think that itself was a first introduction to me towards the world of performance, towards the magical spell of performance and the power of performance. And then gradually, of course, informal training started while seeing my uncle, while seeing my father, while seeing my grandmother doing the rituals. And then at the age of 6, my formal training started with my adhyapak, Acharya Ghanakanta Bora. And once that association started, the whole world of the notion of performance or the notion of dance took a different shape because Adhyapak is such a great person and such a great teacher that he made all his disciples embrace dance as one's own as one's own part or as one's own language. So gradually that association had grown, and from that understanding of dance as a sacred tradition that is handed down to a disciple, today I just experience or feel dance as my own language. So whatever, if I have to express something, dance is the medium. So that's how the journey has started, and it's still going on. It's a long journey. So yeah, so that's what.
It was quite an early age to start a journey because many of us would have not even known the different dance forms at such an early age.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
that way I am really blessed that I found myself in that atmosphere where I had, I woke up with the morning ragas when I am in Sattriya and also back in Guwahati with my parents. They have been very supportive and art admirers. So my father himself is a renowned scholar in this field, and my mother was into production background. She worked with Doordarshan. So that also helped me in meeting many artists because my mother, I remember my childhood days clinging to her and following her whenever she went to document various artists. Same goes with my father. So that itself gave me a very wide spectrum of, the entire world of arts and artists. So that way I really feel blessed.
ma'am, how did you manage between studies and your dance practice? Because we students sometimes find it difficult to manage between studies and co-curricular activities.
See, for me, dance was never a co curricular activity. So it was I think the training has been such. Also, here, the role of my parents has been immense because both of them had groomed me in such a way that it was never a co curricular activity. So it was always a part of something which is, part of your daily routine. So, in fact, I still remember even during exams, my father took me to the dance classes and never allowed me to miss any of the dance class. So that understanding there of dance as something you can live apart from your studies, or dance is less important, studies, your academics is more important, that kind of understanding has never been there. And gradually also I realized that uh, apart from your spiritual association or your experiential journey with dance, dance is such a medium, it works with your entire central nervous system. So if you are in a tense situation or you are under pressure with your academics and exams, an hour of practice or 2 hours of practice would just refresh you would be able to refresh your mind, and your entire nervous system would be so back to its would be active, that now when you go back with your academic lessons, you can join with more energy and more attention and focus. So that has throughout also whatever we do, there should be a passionate involvement. So dance has always been a passionate involvement, and so has been my studies, whatever subjects I worked on or I had chosen in my career. I really love those subjects. So that passionate involvement with my chosen subjects perhaps had guided me in my entire journey.
I'm sure your tips would be very much helpful for all of us.
Thank you.
And today your passion is a profession. We would like to know, do you have any other favorite non-dance activity like painting, gardening, or any other?
Well, I am a very good observer that way. I'm not into painting, but my husband is into painting. So I really love him watching his work. So that way, that has also enriched my understanding of art. And that way, not only any kind of artistic endeavor, be it writing, be it filmmaking, be it crafts, be it any kind of involvement, I really love to observe the artistic process, because that teaches you a lot. And some way, because dance now has been uh, my entire dance gives you a view of life. So when I accept that understanding of dance, every activity that is happening around me, be it weaving, be it painting, be it pottery making, mask making, everything, I weave in those details into the understanding of the art. And that holistic nature of arts has been one of the major ingredient in Hotria philosophy, in Hotria arts. So I think that way, if you really ask me about hobby, I'm a good observer and I love to observe artistic process. So apart from that, I think now situations have been such that I really love to focus on various readings related to the dance form. So that is how, and apart from that, I love to observe, as I mentioned, I love to observe various artistic process.
It is very good to know that you are also interested in many other things which make our life more colorful and interesting. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would request Neerja to continue with the show.
Thank you, Urvashi. I'm sure everyone must be excited to know about your guru, under the guidance of whom you became a renowned dancer. So, ma'am, please throw some light on your guru and your training process.
My adhyapak is Bayanasarja Ghanakanta Bora. And as I mentioned initially, that the whole understanding of dance, for a disciple, the teacher, the mentor, he guides the entire journey of a disciple. So with him, I remember my father taking me when I was a kid, and he when I was taken to him, it was raining that day, and I remember visiting him, and I told initially that I was very much drawn towards theater, the traditional theater, the Sattriya theater, the Sattriya theater. So Krishna is a very, plays a very important role in our entire Vaishnavite philosophy of Sattriya. So right from early child, I was very much drawn to the character of Krishna. So the moment my first introduction with Adhyapak, I still remember, he opened the door and welcomed my father and me, and then he's just in a loving in his loving nature, he said, "Oh, our little girl is going to learn Krishna dance." So I was like, as if he had understood everything what I wished for. So that was the first connection, and that rapport began the first day itself. And since then, the whole, whenever, the entire rigorous process of learning and training, Adhyapak made it so easy that it was never a compulsion or a forced a training that is forcibly put on you. It was never like that. It was always with patience and with lot of passionate involved, which I had seen on his part, his passion of teaching. So when you see your teacher also in that energetic mood, you as a disciple, that gets transmitted to you. You also uh, feel inspired by that passionate involvement. So uh, I think that was it. And then also when I started traveling with Adhyapak on various occasions, be it in SPIC MACAY chapters, various parts of the world, my journey with SPIC MACAY started with assisting Adhyapak in his various journeys. So that way also, that relationship, it's not like a static, it always grows like a vriksha, like a tree. The relationship of an adhyapak and a shishya, it grows. So with that, through the years, it has grown, and I really feel blessed that I am his shishya.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure he's really proud of you. Have you faced any obstacles from the society or from your parents after you chose dance as a career?
No, never, never. My family has been very supportive, because I told you I belong to Hotro itself, Hotkosi Hotro. So arts is very much part of the daily routine, and that's why throughout my parents have been supportive, and even now my husband is also very supportive. He is also into arts. He's into painting. So that way, I'm really lucky that I'm surrounded by art lovers and art admirers, and they're involved. In fact, when I see my father's involvement in the field of research, in the field of arts and aesthetics, same with my mother also, because she had documented a lot of arts, traditional arts in Assam, and and I, as I told earlier, I used to visit her when she went for those documentation. Those moments have actually inspired me and made opened up a wider view of arts or an understanding of arts. In fact, later on, I was so sure of, when I did finished my masters in literature. I was very particular that I would be doing my doctoral work, my PhD, in the field of traditional theater itself. So, in the field of traditional arts in Assam. And that is how my entire research career also started in the field of arts. So, with the surrounding, with the atmosphere in my family, and my kith and kin, because they are also so much, into arts, that had always given me a wider spectrum of arts and helped me in choosing the subject with respect and passionate involvement that I always wanted to wished for. So yeah, that way. And so far as obstacles is concerned, see, when for any artists, when you take it up as a full-time, I'm saying it from a career perspective, not only as an artist, but if you choose any chosen subject or any chosen discipline as a freelance activity or as an independent professional, there would be obstacles in your journey. Obstacles are part of your learning process, but I have never seen obstacles as quote unquote obstacles. Those have been those have been steps that helped me in taking a step ahead towards my understanding of the chosen field. So in dance, of course, when I had pursued it as a independent profession, then of course, there have been challenges, but I love those challenges and never accept it as a challenge. Those I always embraced it as steps that helped me, in fact, enriched me in understanding my art form.
We are very sure that your strong determination and dedication has helped you reach this pinnacle of success through these years. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would request Surya to continue with the queries.
Thank you, Nirja. Here we would like to welcome Chairman APS Golconda, Brigadier Jaideep Yadav, Commandant Arty Center, who is among us today. Good evening and welcome, sir. Now, ma'am, what are the skills or qualities a dancer needs to possess to learn this form of dance?
First and foremost, for any, not only in the field of dance, for any subject, I would say, your passion, your dedication, your devotion to that form, and most importantly, respect. Whatever chosen subject you feel. For me, dance is not just, it's not like, a subject that is taken for granted. You take it easy, oh, ho jayega, it has never been that casual approach. So, dedication, devotion, passionate involvement, and respect, and in the chosen field, whatever you choose, uh, that is very important for any endeavor, for any creative endeavor, or any endeavor you take up, any activity you take up. Those are necessary skills. Apart from that, you always have to keep your mind open. You have that learning, you throughout this entire journey, you have to be a learner, and keep your eyes and hearts open, mind open, to learn wherever you can. So let's not just close ourselves within four walls and see a subject or see dance in a closed jacketed form. Let us open our minds and embrace and see the interdisciplinary nature through which a subject unfurls. I think that is what is necessary for every artist, for every person, and I'm not restricting this only in the field of dance. Even if you're in the field of science, you can open your minds and bridge in science and arts and technology that would help you and enrich you in understanding your chosen field in such a greater way. So is in the field of literature also. So is in the field of sociology or any subject. Give me a subject, I can link it up. In fact, this reminds me my experience of teaching in IIT as an artist in residence, where I took a course of dance aesthetics. And there we had worked with the team of students. There we had worked with this interdisciplinary nature of dance, where a student of physics was trying to understand his academic background of physics and his passionate involvement in dance. So physics and dance. So is in the field of, civil engineering student was trying to understand her academic background of civil engineering, and at the same time was trying to link her passionate involvement in dance. So we worked in the area of how the construction of dancing space should be, the layers of soils and the ingredients that is necessary for a proper dancing space, or how and for keeping in view the traditional arts. Nowadays we present traditional arts in a theater that is so much monocentric, but our traditional arts has been four dimensional. So we are where audience is sitting around, and the dancing body or the performing body revolves around the audience. So with that understanding, how can we construct a performance space? So those are the things that we worked on. So my point here is that let us open our minds and try to see the greater picture, try to see the interdisciplinary nature that is inherent in every subject. That will help us in a greater understanding of any subject that we choose. In my case, it's been dance. So, as an academic student, I have been a student of literature. So that understanding of literature helped a great deal in understanding dance. The literary theories, the cultural studies theories, all those theories helped me in understanding dance. Same way, being a dance student, again, helped me in understanding literature. Later on, again, the research also opened up new spectrum of understanding. So my point is that let us keep our eyes and minds open in receiving newer forms of knowledge that can enrich ourselves, and that will help in our career throughout.
That was really informative. I hope everyone have penned down these points. Now, have you ever forgotten the dance steps during a performance? And if you did, how did you manage it?
Not really, because this is where again the riyaz, the practice comes to the fore. The practice hours are so important that you may not feel, for a 1 hour concert, at least minimum 3 hours constant rehearsal is must for 1 hour concert. And later on, to prepare for 3 hours of rehearsals, you need to practice at least 5 hours, at least. So with those rigorous practice, what happens? I told you that dance is a medium that involves the entire central nervous system. Every part of your body, your muscle memory remembers every aspect of dance. So if the riyaz is not good, then of course you might forget a step. But if it's so much a part of your body that your muscles are habituated to that form, to that movement, it becomes a part of you. So far I have not experienced that, but yes, sometimes physical challenges on a performance space have did distract me. For example, sometimes the stage is very slippery and you are not prepared for it. So that time again you have to be very alert and conscious how to carry forward your presentation in that space. And also here various, once you move along with the presentation aspect, that teaches you, and those experiences teach you a lot. So in my case, I remember the hours of sessions in SPIC MACAY. So here, especially, I would like to mention SPIC MACAY's concerts, because those really test a dancer's stamina and the riyaz. Because whenever we do SPIC MACAY sessions, it's not like, half an hour concert, or it's like 1.5 hour concert, and 2 concerts are scheduled each day. So that really demands a very good practice and involvement of a dancer to her art form. So I think that's the way. Also, on various stages when we perform, the performance space the interaction with the audience, the interaction with the students, that also inspires the dancer to present, to take forward that. So the energy is, it's not like one, monodimensional. The energy comes from both the way. That's how a rasic performance shapes up. So I here especially I would like to, again mention about SPIC MACAY's sessions with the students, also the WD sessions where students really, I could see the passion of dance, a passion of art in the eyes, and that really inspires the artists. So those are again part of the experiential journey of a dancer in the field of art and understanding. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. As we have the saying, practice makes a man perfect.
Yeah. And also, one thing for a dancer, for an artist, the present moment is everything. That will speak. Your work is going to speak. No other, recommendation, references, it's not going to help. Your work is going to speak, and your work will speak only through your riyaz, only through your practice. So practice makes it perfect, and practice only shapes a dancer's journey.
After this enlightening conversation with you, I'm sure there are many young boys and girls who are interested in pursuing their character in dance, pursuing their career in dance. What message would you like to convey to them?
I think let us be, as I said earlier, also in the field of pursuing any field, let us open our minds, let us open our hearts with a wider spectrum of understanding where we can interweave various subjects which will help us in understanding an intensity of each and every subject. So if that is a key point in our life, that will help us a great deal in moving ahead in our journey of life.
Thank you for these encouraging words, ma'am. Now, my co-host Sairam would continue.
Thank you, Surya. Now, as we come closer towards the end of this spectacular show, I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of SPIC MACAY and Principal Vidya Muralidharan, Army Public School, Golconda. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty for making this occasion a resounding success. Army Public School, Golconda extends a heartfelt thanks to SPIC MACAY, which has been organizing such events to bring people like us closer to our culture and traditions and showcase the Indian talent on the world stage. We are honored to host this event today. My heart fills with lot of respect and gratitude for our distinguished artist, Dr. Anwesa Mahanta, who by her dedication towards Hotriya dance form has taken it to new heights. Ma'am, your aura has added colors to the evening. Interacting with you shall always be one of the most memorable events of our lives. Your journey is a source of motivation for millions of hearts out there. On behalf of Kiran Seth, founder SPIC MACAY, and Army Public School Golconda, we extend a heartful thanks to you, ma'am, for gracing this event. I would like to thank Chairman. Yeah, I would like to thank Chairman APS Golconda, Brigadier Jaideep Yadav, sir, Commandant Artillery Center, for sparing his invaluable time and gracing the occasion with kind presence. Thank you, sir. I would not miss this opportunity to thank the audience out there, which has been gracious and generous to be with us throughout the event. Your presence is an invaluable asset and has made this event a super success. Thank you all. And we warmly welcome you all to join us same time next week for our another rendezvous series featuring Carnatic violinist Vidwan Ember Kannan in conversation with students of Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, Mumbai. Once again, thank you all. Stay home and stay safe.
Once again, thank you everyone for making me a part of this beautiful series. And I wish you all, a wonderful journey ahead in life and your career and your understanding towards arts. Thank you so much.
Thank you.